I actually cannot believe that this guy has made the final 3. And it's not because I don't think he's a great player. It's because when you go hard villain, and that's what the edit has shown us, normally people go, what? Shit, get this guy out immediately. And yet he survived. Hello, Taras.
Hello, Neil. Thank you very much for that intro. I love it, mate. I love it.
Taras, look, we have so many things to talk about. I don't know which Taras I'm getting today. I don't know if I'm getting the meditating, the love bombing Taras, or
You're
if
getting
I'm
the
getting
manipulative Taras.
Yes, thank goodness. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
You played a huge game. It had 2 very distinct sides. And the people and the fans who watch Big Brother, I think mostly were very happy to see Love Bomber Taras turn into the evil villain.
Yep. And to be honest, I'm so happy that I became the villain. It is so much fun being the bad guy. It is so much fun.
Have you ever seen your own face? Like when it gets villainous? Because obviously there's a lot of tight shots of you in the Evict Me room, and you seem like overjoyed when your evil plans have just started to come to fruition.
Look, I do have to say that there is a satisfaction when you point at a target and the target gets hit. There is a satisfaction. That doesn't mean I like I don't want to hurt people, but... No. We're playing a game, and sometimes it's a bit fun to be like, you know what? Let's be the bad guy, because some of my favorite players are the bad guy. Yeah, and they're the lovable bad guy.
Yeah, because you've got the charm and charisma, but you've also got the evil side, and you're doing your evil bidding. So I feel like there was a distinct change, but again, we don't get to see everything. So it looked like in the challenge where everybody accused you of being a under-the-radar flyer, that seemed to be the bit where you snapped.
Clicked, yeah. So my first half of the game, I was like, hey, I'm just going to build real good social relationships because this is a social game. And if you can survive for a bit, you will do really well. And I built some good relationships because I love people. I do love people. And I think that's also where the villainous side came out, because all these people, how could you do this? I thought we had a great relationship. I was like, yeah, we do. But this is also a game. And when that under the radar thing happened, I was like, okay, all right, well, looks like I'm not under the radar anymore. I don't have a number 1 person in the house, so it looks like I'm going to have to look after myself. And that means that it's time for the big guns, the big challenge wins, and the big lies to come out, pretty much.
You seemed really chill about the game earlier. And again, it's the edit, but you seemed really chill about the game. You had your morning meditation, which a lot of people loved walking in on. And then making a huge noise, which I think if you walk in on someone meditating, maybe you should just back out slowly.
Yeah, could you just fuck off, maybe? I'm trying to be fucking calm here and peaceful.
But it's my favorite. Everyone walks in and goes, oh, sorry, Taras. I can go. But it's like, you could have just said nothing.
Just don't talk to me, maybe. That'd be great.
You seemed also like a person who's one of those people, maybe a little bit like me, where you like social time, but you also like a lot of time by yourself, where you can just tinker. You're a musician. I'm just a bit of a nerd where I edit videos and stuff. So it's a bit similar. You tinker with your music stuff. I make dumb videos. Is it really tough for you to never really be able to escape?
Oh my God, Neil, you hit it in one. And I love knowing this about you as well, because I'm sure after this, you're going to just have to lie down for half an hour.
Yes, it's exhausting.
Oh my God, that took it out of me. Man, it destroyed me, that game, because I spend so much time by myself. I'm so happy alone. And in that game, every morning I'd wake up, all right, who do I have to talk to today? Who do I need to build more bonds with? It was work. I was at work every single day. God damn, man. I was spent afterwards. I was depressed for 3 months after, just in my bed, please, who am I? Where am I? Where are my emotions? Oh my God, totally, man.
I love that you swore earlier in our interview, because for a long time I thought that you, with your Jiminy Crickets, were a person who just never swore.
No, I swear all the time.
I was like, does this guy just never, is he trying not to swear? Because you were like, oh, fiddlesticks.
No, I'm just a bloody weirdo, man. I'm a fucking weirdo. And like, I don't know why I kept saying Jiminy Crickets, but like, I'm like, God, you're such a loser, dude. You're such a nerd saying Jiminy Crickets. One of my favorite ones was Jesus Christostus as well. And I don't know, man. Do I regret it?
Look, like villains, weirdos are my favorite because weird is your superpower.
That is, yeah.
Because if you embrace your weirdness, you'll be much more successful in life. Speaking from a man from a room where on YouTube. So do you think that, because everyone had decided that you were one person and then we saw the snap and then everyone saw this other side to you. Do you think because you had these two distinct sides, that's why people freaked out so much? Because Tim seemed to think that he saw glimmers of evil Taras before the rest of us did. Yes.
So yeah, I think when you put yourself up as a meditation person, it's happened to me all my life, they think that you're not a human. Do you know what I mean? Like you can never do wrong.
Yeah, you can never be bitchy. You're like above all the gritty, the dirty stuff that people can do. But that's not. You can still meditate and be an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm proof of that right here. Fully proof of that. And like, yeah, you're still a human. You still make mistakes, and you still like, I don't know. Like, I think the meditation helped me so much just to like bring me, center me, and like help me relax and focus in challenges. But also I was like, hey, I'm here to play a game, baby. Like, I'm a big fan of these sort of games. Like, I love them. I'm like, let's test my mettle. Let's see what I can do in these things. And it was sort of all's fair. I mean, look, you got to think about it like this as well. Like, the OGs had all sort of know each other from the outside. They had both sides of them. The sewer rats and the mainframers had time by themselves where they could just be by themselves. They didn't have to vote each other out to build these bonds. Like, the newbies are on the back foot the entire game. Like, and then knowing that at the end, the OGs have all these people that already love them, that know them from a game where they could just be personalities. They didn't have to play this game. They could just be like, don't think that I didn't know being a villain was like a very risky move. You know what I mean? In this game. But I'm still really proud of how I played. And like, they really like to show all of us newbies and me as a villain, but we did have a lot of heart as well. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, like, Johnson said that to me a lot, because I said to Johnson I didn't get to see that energy that people were talking about in the house. We can't see everything, but I didn't get to see that energy, but I saw the strategic and the scramble and the hard play. Yes. So it is hard to attach to people, unlike the old Big Brother, where we would just sit them chat and be themselves and when they'd, kiss in the spa late at night. Yeah. It's very different. We don't see the humanity as much as we do the strategic moves.
Totally. And so we knew, like, we would talk, like, all of us newbies and OGs would talk about, especially Tim, what a legend, would talk about this all the time. Like, how do you win a game where the public votes and you don't know what's going to be shown? And we've got these OGs that if you vote them out, you're going to be hated, but you need to vote them out because they're so loved anyway. How do you do that? And it's just all these facets upon building blocks. But man, what an experience, hey. And Johnson, he is incredible. What a person, man. What a guy. Like, look, like, what, he's 8 years younger than me or something, but I look up to him. Like, I look up to that man. He's beautiful.
Stunning eyebrows.
Stunning eyebrows, man. Like, let me tell you, I had a few moments in the shower thinking about those eyebrows, baby.
Oh, he obviously talked about removing a lot of Brenton's hair. Did he do any hair duty on Taras or?
No. I went into that game with the worst haircut and the stupidest mo, and no one's going to touch that ever. Ever.
One of my favorite parts was where you were gunning for Tully so hard. And rightly so. Tully's such a polarizing player, but she has a huge fan base. So if she made it to the end, it's a real risk. And she's a loose unit. Like, she goes off.
Loose unit. Yeah.
So when she sat there and lied, and you had to lie directly to her face, you did such a great job. Like that is like I would laugh. I would laugh in that moment. Like, did you even know that you had that in you to do it?
I mean, it depends how you want me to frame this. I actually, at that point, I think Tully wasn't actually my target. She actually wasn't. And I don't know if, she wasn't. Tully wasn't my target. It was actually Johnson that was my target. And I don't know if I'm
He was your target for quite a while. According to Johnson, you wanted him out many times. And obviously we saw in the last couple of episodes that's how you wanted it to go because he's going to be a hard player to beat.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think that one of the best lies, I guess, was to Estelle, really. I just said, because she had lied to me, she said, I got you and we've of course I'm not going to vote out Drew, my arch nemesis. And then she did try and vote me out. And I was like, oh my God, that's weird. We're sort of really good friends. And I was like, all right. She's like, well, do you hate me? I'm like, no, I don't hate you. And I didn't hate her. And she's like, are you coming for me? I'm like, no. I was like, well, that's a big lie because I can't trust you anymore. So, and then she's like, you're not coming for me, right? I'm like, no. And then as soon as I got the opportunity, I definitely put her up. And I'm very happy I did because I think she would have won if she got, to be honest, nearly any OG that gets to the end is got a very high chance of winning, really.
Reggie's a real problem for you. I can see why you didn't get rid of Reggie, but Reggie is a real problem for you.
Oh, totally.
You also were just a challenge beast. I don't know if it's the meditation that helps with challenges where you have to really dig deep. I've tried meditation a number of times. I can't do it. I'm really trying to work on being better at it.
Yeah.
But do you think that's where the strength comes from? Because I can't imagine you're so good at them.
Yeah. I didn't think I had no idea that I'd be this good at them. No idea. The meditation definitely helps because I think my main man Johnson showed it too many times. He was way too impatient on a lot of his challenges. He was fast, but he just went that bit too quick where I was always just just relax, Taras, just focus and take your time. You do this for you. You don't worry about other people. And I could just really get into that zone. Man, that challenge with Tim, stacking the 10 blocks, Neil, that destroyed me mentally. Oh my God.
That was huge.
That was we were in there for 2 hours. It was,
whoa.
And they edited a lot out. Me and Tim were head to head a few times, on 10 blocks, and he was a meter away and it would everything would crumble, and then I would be a meter away and everything would crumble, and it was just so hard. You had to go so slow. Oh, I need to get some psychology or something like that in Channel 7. I think psychotherapy or something.
It seems like even though Evil Taras was such a big character, you're walking away with a lot of friendships. When I spoke to Lee, she said that she was going to a gig to see you perform, which was great. And I saw on the socials that Joel was there as well. So it seems like you definitely kept some connections. Are you
everyone?
Are you cool with everyone now?
I'm cool with pretty much everyone.
Who are you not cool with?
Well, I'm actually cool with them. I'm so cool with Estelle. I'm so cool with her. But I know that she has a few, there's some issues there.
She seemed a bit iffy during our interview. When I spoke to her, she seemed a bit iffy.
Yeah, and she has been... Yeah, you go, please. I want to hear.
It's hard to gauge because, Estelle is... I don't hold grudges. I don't any of this stuff. But then I hear that Tim has reached out and she hasn't replied. So I'm I don't understand. I don't understand the two. They don't seem to go together. Is it peace and love, or are you holding out? Which one is it? So
the beauty of Estelle. That's what makes her so magnetic. Those opposites that are both trying to be there at the same time, and they can't always.
Yeah.
And that's why I really liked her, because I sensed that constant yin and yang, fighting sort of thing. I mean, I've said this a few times. I'm not sure why she's so angry at me, because I like she lied to me first, and that's why I lied to her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think because as a personality type, Estelle is the type of person who can go, I lied for this reason, and in her head, that's justified. Your lying in her head isn't justified.
Yes, exactly. And for me, I don't subscribe to that at all. I'm like, well, it's easy to say it, like to be good to yourself and be like, I'm justified, someone else isn't. Honestly, most of my life is spent trying not to do that, really. So yeah, I mean, I'm so fine if she ever wants to reach out and have a chat again and stuff like that. We were really cool after Big Brother ended. Yes. And then as soon as it started up again and all the tweets started happening, and I had to keep being like, well, this is actually what I think happened, like with context and stuff. Yes. I think she took that as an attack on her when I was like, I'm never attacking your character. I'm literally just explaining the context to things that you are putting out there. You're saying that this is the story. It's like, yes, but that happened because of this and this. It's easy to, I need to zoom out on this picture because otherwise it just looks like we're all evil and you're perfect. And this is a complicated game and we have complicated relationships.
And also no one's perfect. That's why you're all in the house, because you're fun.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that makes it fun and complicated and messy and trashy and dramatic. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's exactly why you get cast to go in the house.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend at the time, are you still together?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're not.
Sorry to bring up the past.
No, please. No, it's fine.
She seemed very much into everything that you'd done in the house, which was really great to see. Because I loved how you framed masculinity. I like how you framed what it is. Because all this be a man shit I get very annoyed with. But there's all different facets, and you can be a different type of man and still have masculinity.
Man, I really appreciate that. Not only for me, but also just that you saw that and feel into that, because I'm so into that. I've got no problems with my femininity, and I think that's a really beautiful masculine trait as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love feeling so balanced, and I love everything that you just said then I just agree with, and I don't think I could say it any fucking better. Like I really appreciate that, because I think there's a very narrow way that people are supposed to be men. And I don't subscribe to that either at all. Because I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to be myself. Like, I love the masculine parts of me and the feminine parts of me. And I think, to be honest, I didn't know I was an oddball until watching the season. And it's been really beautiful seeing myself. And I really like myself. I'm like,
good.
Wow. I really, like, honestly, and not in an ego way. I'm just like, oh, I can love myself a bit more now, because I like who I am, and I like that I'm like a bit geeky and a bit nerdy, but like good at challenges, and like can be a bit of a villain, but also I've got a heart as well. Like, and like seeing it all play out, I've been really appreciative. It's been so beautiful. And yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Neil. I really appreciate that, man.
It's so good that you can watch it and see the good, because most people, when they see themselves on screen and they hear their own voice and everything, they're just like, they reject it all instantly. Yeah, so totally. It's really great.
No, I'm like, that guy, that Taras guy's pretty hot, isn't he? I look like a bird.
A lot of my female friends have that's one of the reasons why I asked about your current dating status, is a lot of my female friends are like, that guy is hot. And he's a muser.
Really?
Yeah. So I think
that doesn't happen a lot at all. Let me tell you that.
It does. Just a couple more questions. One is really important. Yeah. Do you know what that shit was that you put your head into? Have you ever figured out what it was?
No, but let me tell you, I'm losing a kilo a week since I did that. I think I got tapeworms or something from that. I have no idea what that hell that
you
shit
just
was,
went
man.
straight in. I couldn't believe that. Like Farmer Dave is someone who has lived on farms, works with his hands all day.
He knows better.
Yeah, exactly. You just went straight in.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an idiot.
Obviously, you're getting around at the moment. You're touring. You're doing bits and pieces. What's happening? I did ask JC, even after all the Evil Taras stuff, he said that a collab is definitely on the cards.
Oh, 100%. Me and JC so close. Did you see that I put up his facial hair on eBay?
No, I didn't.
he stayed on Instagram. He stayed at my house and he shaved in my sink. And I was like, oh, wait, where is it? Here we go. You won't be able to see it. It's right here. That's on eBay, guys. If it's at $5 at the moment.
Wow, shit! I should go and bid on it. I think it would have been more if you got some of the curls.
Oh, this is a curly one, bro.
Oh, these are curlies. Like okay, great.
I'll try and get a pube. You're right. I'll try and get a pube up and we'll throw that in for you, Neil.
Taras, it's been so great chatting. I can't wait to see you at the grand finale. If you want to vote for Taras, now the day that this goes out is the day that you have to vote because it's grand finale day. All the details are in the description below. So if you love Taras, you have to vote for him. I can't wait to see you. I will see you at the finale, Taras. Thanks so much for chatting.
Man. Yeah, thank you so much, Neil.